something new this year, I think. Well, we'll get you going with something new. I will not put up with the drama, okay? I just won't. I won't do it again this year, all right? I was all about trying to keep everybody actively engaged as part of the ensemble, and what ends up happening with that kind of stuff is it starts to tear things down, okay? It starts to tear down relationships, and it starts to tear down the very fabric of the ensemble itself. I will not put up with it, all right? And I will get rid of you, all right? That's the way it is, okay? That's gonna be the way it is. All right, now, I have to preface that by saying, if there is something that is going on that you are struggling with, and you feel that the best person to talk to is me, come talk to me. Know that I am not a psychologist. I've worked with students your age for almost 20 years now, but I'm not a psychologist, all right? I'm willing to give you guys words of wisdom. I'm willing to talk with you. I'm willing to try to help you through it, okay? But if your comment to me is so-and-so is being mean, my response likely is going to be you need to work it out with that person. And if you would like me to be a go-between, we can sit in a room, the 3 or 4 of us or whatever, and we can talk through it, and we can talk about what's going on. All right, absolutely, we can definitely do that. I'm more than happy to do that. But I will not put up with people having to leave rehearsal because they need to go do X, Y, and Z because they're having a bad day. We all have bad days, okay? I told some of you guys this earlier this season. Sometimes I have a gig and I get into a fight with my wife. And it's a horrible, horrible argument where we both say mean things. And I feel horrible both about the things that were said to me and the things that I said. I still have to go on stage. And I still have to go do my job, okay? And I still have to be a part of my responsibilities. And it's no different for you guys, okay? And so we won't put up with it this year, this season. The other thing, and this is very important, so I want you guys to listen to me very carefully, all right? Because I'm only gonna say it once, and then after that, I'm gonna get rid of that. Dylan is the section leader, period. End of conversation. He's the guy that myself and the rest of the staff chose. He's not here to be your friend at all. So if you guys are friends with him, which you should be, he's a great person. All right, I really like him. I've enjoyed all 4 years I've had him. Okay? You guys are all friends outside of this. When we're here, he's not your friend. So when he tells you to do something, it's not Dylan, my friend, just told me to do something. It's Dylan, Dustin's right-hand man, told me to do something. Okay? He is the go-between between me and the rest of the staff. He is the person that makes my life easier. All right? When you argue with him, when you give him a hard time, when you get, pardon the language, but butthurt over something he tells you to do or says to you, those emotions you are directing right at me. When you argue with him, you are arguing with me. And we know how well that goes. Okay? So from now on, when it's usually, usually setup's pretty bad, usually loading the truck is pretty bad, whenever he tells people to do something during rehearsal that they're not doing right. Let me tell you guys something. He plays at a very high level. He knows what he's talking about when he tells you to do something. This is not a, oh, well, Dylan doesn't know what he's talking about, okay? All right, I wouldn't have put him in that position if that wasn't the case, all right? So, when he tells you to do something, you do it, period. There's no argument, there's no attitude, there's nothing but, okay, I'll get it done, okay? If you, for any reason, validly feel like he's being mean to you or picking on you or anything, if you feel you are being treated unfairly, let's go with that route, you are more than welcome to come talk to me. And if the concerns are valid, we will have a meeting with Dylan and we will work it out. But I'm likely probably not going to see your concerns as valid because I've never seen Dylan be abusive. I've never seen him, I've seen him be frustrated because people aren't doing what he asks them to do, okay? this won't happen anymore, all right? And I know what it is, and I have to have this talk quite often with different schools. Dylan is a good friend. He's a good friend to everybody here. But that's a different person when we're in rehearsal, and you guys have to understand that, and you have to take that to heart. When we're in rehearsal and Dylan's telling you what to do, it's because that's what I need him to be doing in order for you guys to get better, okay? And, you know, and it's different for every person. We had Max as our section leader a couple years ago, Max Henson, and it was a different dynamic, okay? And we had Zach and Dylan last year, and it was a bit of a different dynamic. This year it's been a little bit different, okay? And I get that. And it's not my intention to bring everything down to the negative or anything like that. This is something that's needed to be cleared up for a little while. And now with a new start, we have a chance to do that, all right? So, from now on, because I have to be able to rely on Dylan to do things outside of me being around. You know, if I'm the only instructor here, then I need Dylan to be able to take the mallet instruments and run a sectional and have a productive sectional. The only way that works is if everybody is listening to him, because he's the guy that I trusted with that responsibility, okay? Ultimately, ordinarily, it will always be 2, 3, 4 of us at rehearsals. Claudia is going to be around a bit this year. Of course, Sandoval will be here about as much as I am. And then Joseph's going to be in a little bit. He's going to try and come on Tuesdays to work with the rhythm section a little bit, primarily drum set. It's a fantastic staff. The idea that we have come up with, the concept that we're looking at, and we can't title it this because Rise already did it, but the concept idea of it is the journey. And we're probably going to play around with something like the road or something like that for a title. What? The adventure. The adventure. I like that. Musically, we're going to go similar.